chat. Hi, chat. Good afternoon, chat. Good morning, good evening, good night, good, a time of day. Good time of day, my dudes. What's up? How are you? I hope you're doing well. There I am. Hi! The bitch with the ponytails. I guess you could say that about me, too. I have ponytails. I had space buns in today. I had space buns, and I had little tiny colorful butterfly clips on my space buns and like little curls sticking out of them, so they were like messy but like fake messy. Very fun. I got lots of comments on them, mostly positive. Anyway, that's not relevant. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Today we are playing more Doki Doki Literature Club. Yay! Especially exciting since at the end of the last stream we got to the first kind of big thingy in the game. Big plot point, I guess. Big whoopsie daisy. Huge whoopsie daisy. So very excited to see what we're gonna do today. Since we got to the first whoopsie daisy though, I feel like it's even more important now as we continue on with the game to emphasize the trigger warnings for this game. I don't have the trigger warning set up because I keep forgetting to bother with Nightbot to change the trigger warnings. But just know there's a lot of heavy trigger warnings. Most of them surround mental health issues and issues that are adjacent to that. And also derealization, I guess, is probably another one that I would consider. I'm a little quiet, aren't I? I have myself turned up all the way. Oh, I just need to speak louder. It's because I fixed my mic last stream, didn't I? I fixed it so it's not sitting so close to my computer. So you can't hear it breathe very hard. Hopefully, if you can hear it, don't tell me. Before we get started today, though, I want to tell you a story. Just like I want to tell you a quick thing. Just because it made me laugh. It's kind of morbid a little bit, but it made me laugh. So, I have been spending a lot of time yesterday and today with my grandma. And I don't know how we got on the subject, but we were talking about, like, death and cremation. And she was like, oh, you know what I want to happen with my body when I die, the snowman. I was like, I thought about it for a minute. I was like, what do you mean the snowman? And she was like, what? What do you mean you don't remember? You have to remember this because I won't be here to remind you. I was like, wait, what do you mean? I don't remember anything about a snowman. Please enlighten me. What are you talking about, snowman? And she said, I don't want anyone to keep my ashes because I don't want them to feel responsible for them, because if you lose them or something happens to them, then you'll feel bad, and I don't want that. So instead, my favorite thing in the world is snow. I love it. And so I want you and everyone who is still alive to take to hold my ashes until it snows, and then to go to a public park. She specified a public park. And take her ashes and roll them up into a snowman. And so then when it melts, then she's back with the earth. And so then it has me thinking, like, what a scene. Could you imagine if you came across like a group of like mourning individuals building a snowman and sprinkling their loved one's ashes into the snowman? I've been thinking about that all day. That is hilarious. And it just... Okay, anyways, I just thought I'd tell you, because you know what? Even after you die, you have bodily autonomy. And you can do pretty much whatever you want. Pretty much whatever you want, even after you die. You can make... What's that episode of SpongeBob where he's like... they have the crusty hotel, and they're like... Crusty hotel. They have the crusty hotel, and they're like, we shall never deny a guest even the most ridiculous request. So, I guess I have plans to do that Eventually. What if the snowman comes to life? Arguably, that would be amazing. The magical snowman. I feel like that would be like... that sounds like a Christmas special of Pet Sematary. Have you ever seen a movie or like read the book Pet Sematary? That's what that sounds like. If they made a Christmas version of that, that's what it would be. Anyways, I just thought I'd share. That's it. There was no reason to share that. I just wanted you to know. I ordered some custom Converse. What's the custom part of it? Are they like painted or are they Van Gogh? Who just came out? I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah. Who just came out with like custom Van Gogh shoes? What company? Was that Converse? Oh, maybe it was Doc Martens. You sent it to me? Where'd you send it? Did you send it? Oh, okay, I see it. Oh man, I wish I had my glasses so I could see that a little closer up. Am I correct in saying they're homosexual shoes? I guess any shoes that I have, I guess, would be considered homosexual shoes. Right? Anyways, blind ass. It's not my fault they're small details. You said it yourself, they're subtle, so I can't see them. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze and it makes the inside of my nose hurt. Hot single where? Whore? Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Is that what my going live notification says? I don't even remember what I said it as. What does it say? I'm opening up the game. Who is texting me? Hi. Oh, I also... A healthy reminder. Please. Not that any of you guys in chat right now would do it, but please don't spoil the game in chat. Please don't do that. Even though I already know what happens, even though I played it a long time ago, so I might forget. Even though I already know... Oh my god, this is gonna bother me. Even though I already know what happens, other people in chat might not know what happens. So don't give spoilers for the game, or I will ban you immediately. I'm a little more prepared this time. Happy Pride Month! Yeah! I almost forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Happy Pride Month, my friends. I hope you're feeling very gay. Very extra gay. And I hope, your allergies aren't acting up like mine. Yeah, Pride. Raise your hand. I just want to see something. Can I create a poll, actually? I'm gonna make this a poll. Oh, please. What are you? There's only 2 options on this because I'm trying to see something. Okay, answer my poll. I just want to see something. I brought it up so many times at work today, lol. Sleepy, my mom asked me if I'm gay because I held my friend's hand. I mean, I am, but not for my friend. Fair enough. But honestly, if you're not a little gay for your friends, are you really good friends, right? Especially if people don't question if you're gay for your friends. Are you really good friends? Yeah, see, that poll is telling me exactly what I thought it was going to tell me. That poll is telling me exactly what I thought it was going to tell me. Thank you. Always got to be gay for the homies. Look, we're not friends if I would not marry you, right? Oh my god, wait, I forgot. Does this command still work? Yeah, that command still works. I forgot I had that. Yeah, so I was wondering, I was like very, very sure that most of the people who watch me, if not all of them, are either bi or pan. That's very true. That's true. I think I wifed you up a little while ago. You did. Thank you for the, thank you for the wifery. Oh, okay. We can start now. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to know how many of you bitches were gay. Turn that down some. And turn it down for me too. Okay. For those of you who were not here last stream, we're at kind of a critical point, a critical turning point in the game. If you've not seen the previous VODs, I highly recommend you watch them. Because there's going to be a lot of spoilers essentially from here on out. But, Sleepy, I found out Nick kind of likes me. Ollie, I thought you and Nick were dating. Is that incorrect? I thought you said that you were. See? That you guys must be great friends. You guys must be great friends if I thought that. Okay. We're getting started, but the voices might be shitty today. Because I'm mucusy. Ugh. I don't recall saying that. It's possible I made that up. It's possible I'm lying to you right now. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she may draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. No, stop canceling me in my chat. You can't cancel me in my own chat. Friends don't lie. No! Well, technically we're not friends. We're wives. We're married. Technically we're married. So it's okay. Don't lie to your spouses, please. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Ooh. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have worn flashing lights. I didn't realize there were going to be flashing lights. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there'd be any girls in it anyway. Maidenless. 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 The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interesting. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Sleepy? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... what did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? I want to move my mic closer, but I don't want to break it because I feel like every time I touch it, I break it. I'll just move my body closer. Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? A woman? Oh, I can smell the pheromones! Hey, Sleepoo. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Ah, Monica. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Sleepoo, you know that? It's nothing, really. Woo. Shall I go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Oh my gosh, thank you. More important than markers? That's so sweet. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Huh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Sleepoo. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Sleepoo in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club.
Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to... Well, you know... Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Oh, we need to have a tea drinking stream. We need to have a tea party stream. Guys, don't let me forget tea party stream. Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Sleepy? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. OMG tea party. That would be fun, wouldn't it? I'll have to think about like exactly how I want to do it. But I know for sure we all gotta make a cup of tea and sit and hang around with little like biscuits and shit and be cute. Real hot girl shit. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Oh, I'll make coffee. I don't like tea. I'll accept that. A hot drink stream. Ooh, a hot chocolate's also an option. As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Wouldn't it be bad to drink coffee Squishy, I'm pretty sure we're on the same time zone, right? I guess I could do an earlier stream. That would maybe make more sense. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Plus, if you streamed earlier, I'd miss it due to work. Fair enough. I will continue to stream at 11:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. I'm so sad. There used to be in the mall near my house, when I was a kid, there was this tea shop, Tivana? I don't even know if they still exist. They had an online website, but we had like a physical store. And I just remember it being like the most awesome thing ever, because there would be people all around inside the store and outside the store offering like free samples of all these different teas. Like they had tons of different flavors. So you could try them, but then also they sold these really pretty, like these beautiful, what's it called? Not, the word coming to mind is stereotypical, but that's not correct. Cultural, maybe? Tea sets? Like classic tea sets? Oh my god, they were beautiful, and I always wanted one so bad, but I was like 9. And unfortunately, they are no longer in the mall. I don't know what happened to them, but they had good tea. I remember they had some really, really good ones. Some fruity ones, some sweet ones, spicy ones. I'm always a big fan of chai tea and ginger teas. I've been to a Tivana store before. See, that's the kind of tea set that I'm picturing and the kind of tea set that I would love. I want to have a little tea party and get a cool tea set and invite you guys all to my tea party and we get tea. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, teen reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. But any hot tea is just not good. False. Green tea is good hot. And chai tea is also really, really good hot. Cold tea is okay. But it was never my favorite until I started drinking bubble tea. Oh my god, I could fucking... I would suck dick for bubble tea every day. I would, and I get it for free 2 days out of the week, but I would still suck dick for the rest of the week. So good. I tried something today. It was okay. The bubble tea shop near me does not offer, like strawberry milk tea. And so I'm considering trying some different stuff to see if I can create my own recipe. And so today I made what I normally get, which is a honey green tea. But then I just essentially put like the strawberry puree in it. And I thought it was going to be overwhelmingly sweet, but the strawberry brought like a nice tartness to it with a sweeter aftertaste. It was pleasant. It was not what I was expecting. And I don't think that will be its final form, but it was good. I forgot the milk in it though. I did forget to put milk in it, so I don't... Maybe if I put milk in it, it'll be slightly less tart. I don't know. I'll try again on Tuesday. So, Sleepoo, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well,
considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess.
well, that can change. Anything for you, baby. Anything for you.
What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers.
I was gonna make a horrible joke. I'm not going to, but I could've.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
One time I ordered bubble tea and I thought it was going to be a slightly larger cup and I received a bucket. That is my dream. That is my dream. The bubble tea place I go to only has 2 sizes and one's like the size of my hand and my hand's like a normal hand size. It's not super big. And the other is just like maybe like a third taller than that, you know? And it's good, and they're good sizes, but I'm a heathen, and I could easily drink a bucket of that.
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I read a horror book once. Once upon a time. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality.
Oh? Is that so?
Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, it just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Huh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. For me, I can only read comics and graphic novels. What's that one book series that was turned into a graphic novel series? The one with the bird people? I know that wasn't, like, super specific, but if you've read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. The, like, people that were birds and they were experimented on and then they escape and now I guess they're being chased by the people who were, like, experimenting on them or something. I don't know. And one of them is blind and also hot. I'm pretty sure those two things are unrelated, but both accurate. And his name was Iggy, that's what I remember. No idea. Oh, that makes me sad. I was asking because I was going to ask if you've read it before and recommend it if you haven't. Please, it's on the tip of my tongue. I feel like I have one of the books sitting on my bookshelf way over there. I don't know though. That's okay. I feel sick? Why do you feel sick? Are you nervous about reading your poem too? We all sit in silence for a moment. Oh my god, what if we... That wouldn't work, because I don't think we'd have enough people to, do it, but how fun would it be if we did, like, a tea party night where I just read out, I did dramatic readings of people's poems that they sent in? How fun would that be? Yes, Uwu, I'm very nervous. Uwu. Scott Pilgrim is my current favorite. I haven't read Scott Pilgrim, but I've heard it's good. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Sleepoo? Hold on, there's still one problem. What just being? What just... That scared me so badly. Okay. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. I don't like that they're all looking at me like that. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Sleepoo. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the next before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Sleepy? Yeah. That could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Sleepy, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Sleepy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You've unlocked a special poem! Would you like to read it? I would. Yes, please. Can you hear me? Huh. That's it. That's the poem. Hold on. What's that? Oh. I had like a random tab open. Unrelated. Did you hear that? Unrelated to the game, I had a tab open. Who do I need to woo next? I guess I can woo Yuri, right? Forgive. Alone. Pain. Grief. Secretive. Pleasure. Oh, I have to. Boop. I had to, I'm sorry. Esther. Disoriented. Empty. Romance. Oh, oops. Depression. Agonizing. Broken. Misery. Contamination. Heaven sent? Okay. Aura. Sensation. Covet.
There we go. That should work. Sleepy, what should I edit? The only logical answer to this question is quackity. So let me know if that's a bad answer, but only logical answer, am I right?
Hi again, Sleepy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. Bet you have to show me afterwards, though. I'll tag you, thank you. Thank you. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. What audio? Hold on. Let's open my TikTok. Yes. Let's open my phone's being weird. Open my TikTok and see what the most recent audio that I have saved is, and we can do that. We are the queer community. I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna play it and let you listen to it. I think that's a nightcore version of a European party song. What is it? Yes. Original sound by Nightcore 444 Sounds. You're welcome. I'll try to find the audio. I don't remember why I saved that. I have other ones. A lot of these are just bangers, and some of them are funny. That one's just a banger. That was the second one I had. Feel free to choose between the two. Anyways, that wasn't relevant. That was the complete sideway. You trying to cancel me on Twitter? I'm honored. My first Twitter cancellation. Oh my god, you did. Is a liar not clickbait? Sick profile picture, my dude. Sick. Oh, why don't I have that picture? I'm saving that picture. I'm screenshotting your profile picture. Ah. Ollie, I feel like I need to like stalk your social media one of these days. Just see what's up, you know. Thank you, my guy. You're so welcome. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Sleepoo. That was fucked up. What? Why'd you look at me like that? What the fuck? She's trying to fight me. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Ew! She like spawned out of the floor like a worm. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica Bay, your hair is in the way. Natsuki certainly... You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Why are you tinier than the rest of them, too? What is happening right now? Oh. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Sleepoo. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that.
Mm-mm. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So, even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. Aw, that's sweet. So, I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, lip bite emoji. Discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. She's like a little raccoon, a little pink raccoon. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Thank you, Cry, for redeeming Hydrate and Stretch. I'm gonna stretch first. Stretching feels good. Oh, good stretch. Good stretch. I just want someone to take my back and break it in half. If you know what I mean. Cry, I just want you to know that the water that I'm about to take a drink of is the same water bottle that I've been sipping on every time you redeem Hydrate for the last, like, 3 weeks. I'm so serious right now. Bro. In my defense, I do want to let you know, I have been drinking, for the most part, I have been drinking an entire bottle of water a day. Just not this bottle. I've not touched this bottle. I'm sorry, I think I blew out your eardrums. I was trying to prove to you that I had a bottle open. The things I do for Sleepy is crazy. You know, a lot of people would say that. I guess I just make people do crazy things. I don't know what it is. My knee pits are sweaty. It's hot in here. My knee pits are sweaty. What defense do you have for drinking the same water bottle? No, you don't understand. It's the fact that I'm drinking other water bottles. That's why this one still has water in it, because I have not touched this one, but I've been drinking other ones. I have like at least one empty bottle in my trash can right now. You know, I hope I meet Kakini at TwitchCon, and I am not going to call you about it. Friendship over, dude. Immediately friendship over. I would cry. I would cry. I would send you a video of me crying so that you'd feel bad about it. And I would like cry harder on camera just so you get it. Just so you feel it. Guys, I'm just saying, now is like a really, really good time to plug my throne link. If you scroll down to the bottom of my, my panels page, my about page, next to the donate link, you will find a link to my throne page, which is where you can go on there. And it's another way to support me. Essentially, you can buy gifts for me. I don't have a water bottle on there right now, but there is also a feature on Throne where you can suggest things to me. So, I mean, if you find a cute water bottle that holds like a decent amount of water and you would like to buy that for me, feel free to suggest it. I will approve it for the sake of Hydrate or Dihydrate, even though I don't particularly
generally use reusable water bottles, but that's mostly because I don't generally drink water. So if this edit comes out bad, I apologize. I promise I edit better. It's okay. It's better than what I can do, for sure. 100% better than whatever I can do. Anyways, just thought I'd plug that really quick. Sleepy's Twitch tip of the day. My throne link is down below. Check it out. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... Ew, what? Her eye's moving. Why is it moving? It's slowly moving further off of her face. Ew. She looks like a praying mantis. She's gonna bite my head off after we have coitus. That's the book you gave me, right? Ew, go back. No, stop moving further off her face. That's foul. I wanted to reread some of it. Oh, thank you. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well... I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Markov? There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Hold on. You just said this was a relatable book. Please enlighten me on in what ways you relate to a religious camp being turned into a human experiment prison? You must have like a fucked up childhood, my friend. Oh yeah, that is relatable. That Akko Taco moment when your religious camp is turned into a human experiment prison. Oh, so Akko Taco. And the people trapped in there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Oh, it's so relatable, dude. I know exactly what you mean. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyways, I'm really into it. Yes, Camp St. Psycho. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. Yuri has a... amputee kink? To each their own, I guess? Kind of a weird thing to sexualize, but okay. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Sleepy, I'm sorry, but I think it's gonna be crap. Anything that you make while thinking about me is golden. Let me tell you, golden! Also, he gives you so much good content, I don't think it could be bad because he's so pretty. Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Sleepy? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, totally forgot that Yuri's into those things.
She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's like, oh, like that. I mean, I wasn't gonna say that. I didn't want to be the guy to introduce people to nugget stuff. Also, that feels, I don't know 100%, but it feels like a disrespectful term. 100%. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but I guess. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. That was kind of weird. Hey, don't apologize. It's fine. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredible. Hold on. What? I can't even see what she just said. Did she say that she gets horny? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking to myself too much. If I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. Yes. I feel like that's the sound she makes when she looks like that. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Actually, what are you saying? You speak really fast. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of her body heat. That's hot. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm's in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ooh! Girl, you have a cute side profile! You're cute! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready?
Oh, she's looking at me. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hello.
Huh? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right?
Oh, look at a little smile. Okay, Yuri's cute.
I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me so I can turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she gently catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Like the murderous part? I'm assuming? Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet.
Okay, so Sleepy, I'm almost done. It low-key sucks ass, but you know, I'll post it on my alt, but still tag you. Amazing. I'm so excited to see it. I bet it's amazing.
So, I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Sleepy? Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her.
What would I do to her?
No, nothing. I didn't do anything. Ahaha.
Only flirting? Like the absolute Chad that gets bitches that I am. It took me 12 minutes, 16.47 seconds to make it. Plus seconds. Ooh, that's speedy. Hell yeah.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
I'm sorry I kicked my desk trying to shuffle. Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. should I show my poem to first? Let's go with Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first.
Sleepy, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
But what?
Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
God damn, that's harsh. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid.
And I'm not gonna read this because it's the same one as last time.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight onto the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? I wonder who I should show it to. I suppose I will go with Monica.
Hi, Sleepy. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
Why? Not you, Monica. Cry. Why? Ugh. Cry. If you keep redeeming this, I'm gonna finish this bottle. And I'm pretty sure this is the only bottle I have in my room right now. And I cannot go get another one. So we will just have to suffer if I finish this. And I just did. Oh, awful. Room temperature. Absolute worst.
Anyways, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I guess we will suffer. Thanks. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Sleepy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's
It's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true.
I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Sleepy. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly.
I can't tell if you're being mean or not. I can't tell.
Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed.
Alright.
Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Oh yeah, sure.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Is this the same? I don't think this is the same. This is a different poem, isn't it? Or have I just forgotten?
A hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on a flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
Interesting.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely understood it. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here is Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, time for Miss Yuri. I think you'll like it, my dear. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. My cat is a sleepy stan. I'm a stan of your cat. I stan your cat. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? This is the same one as before. Same one as before. I'm gonna skip it. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Did it? Is someone sleepy? Yes. Factually accurate statement. I am sleepy. Factually accurate statements. I'm gonna stretch again. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sleepy. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Sleepy. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I had anticipated. Is the music different? Maybe it's not. It's off key. I thought it sounded off key for a second, but it sounds better now. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is... cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I was trying to listen to music, sorry. Ah, I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Sleepy did too. So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Sleepy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Sleepy appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. To be fair, Natsuki didn't really give me advice. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Sleepy started showing up. Damn. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Ooh, me? Look who's talking, you edgy, you wanna be edgy bitch. Damn. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. I don't like this. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Sleepy hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Sleepy, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Yuri was being kind of pretentious. Natsuki was kind of just defending herself, I think, but she was instigating. They're both in the wrong. I don't know. I'm closing my eyes. Okay, I guess we're going with Natsuki. Yuri. I don't like making decisions. Are we gonna kiss? In like a human experiment kind of way? Monica. Hi. Hi, Monica. Hi, Monica. Monica's trying to kiss you during Pride Month. Oh my god. Gaika? Hey, Sleepoo. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Yes, please. Okay? Yes, please. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Kind of a weird thing to say, but okay. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She's crying. She quickly runs away.
Damn.
Oh dear. Well, looks like they're done.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead.
Yuri?
I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Sleepy, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay for a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so... Please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Sleepy. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But, I guess we're not discussing the book. I guess we're not discussing the book today. That's fine. That's okay. I'm gonna save here. And we'll be done for today. I'll save there. Thank you. I do. Thank yous. Okay. Good stream, my dudes. Good stream. We're making progress. We're making progress here. I expected there to be a little bit more of a trigger warning for the self-harm comment than there was. So I apologize for not giving a forewarning. I also forgot that it was coming up, so that's partially my bad. So I apologize for that, but I hope that you heeded the trigger warnings in the beginning of the stream. Good stream. Thank you, Ollie. But discussing the book is the best. Damn. I mean, what more could you say about cannibalism? What was the book about? Human experimentation? What is there really to say? Anyways, thank you so much to everyone who came and hung out with me today and watched us play more Doki Doki Literature Club. It is always a fun time hanging out with you guys, and I very, very, very much appreciate it. I'm going to put my socials in chat, !socials. Connect with me on social media. Twitter is YnisSleepy, Instagram is YnisSleepy, YouTube is YnisSleepy VODs. I swear I'll work on the VODs at some point. I'll get to it. Some of them are about ready to be published. It's coming.